Now, you might be someone who's saying, man, school's just wasting so much of my time. I swear, I feel so just pressured from it. I feel like I can't get anything done. I feel like my focus is just so divided because I have tests coming up. I have things I have to study for. I have group assignments I have to meet up for. I can't focus on my business, and you're just going crazy because you honestly hate school. You don't want to go to school, but you're in school for whatever reason you're in school for, but you just want to focus on that business. You just want to focus on that one thing you're doing, yet school keeps getting in the way over and over and over. And I can feel you 100 billion% because I was in your shoes and actually still am in your shoes because currently I'm in college. What's going on, everyone? This is Skaram, and in today's video I'm going to be speaking to you about, is school even worth it? Now, before I begin, if you're new to this channel, what I speak about is real estate, entrepreneurship, and personal development. If that's something that interests you, then it's definitely not a bad idea to consider subscribing. That being said, let's hop into this video. Now, you clicked on this video because you want to hear me say, drop out of school. You are wasting your time. You are not going to get anything out of it. You should just drop it, leave, and stop wasting your time. But that's not what I'm going to say. But I want to make sure that you understand that I understand where you're coming from. You know, it's crazy. I used to be on YouTube looking for someone to convince me on why I should drop out of school. I know you're probably tired of it. You're annoyed by it. You feel like it's distracting you. You feel like it's holding you back, but bear with me because what I'm gonna do in this video is share with you my personal experience, my personal opinion, and by the end of this video, I promise you, you're gonna be able to make the decision on what you're gonna do. Now, let's make things clear from the start so we're all on the same page and we know where everyone's coming from. I know people who are pressured by family, who are pressured by people around them in their life to go to school. And I also know people who want to go to school to actually use that degree and to enter a career after they graduate. And I also know people who are just there to be there and they have no clue why they're even there. And then when you ask them, they say, I don't know, I just saw my friends graduate high school. I saw people graduate high school and go to college, so I just thought that's what everyone does and what I have to do. So you have those three types of people. The ones who are there to actually use the degree, the ones who are there because they're just there, and the ones who are pressured by family and by people around them in their lives. Now, you might be in one of those categories, but don't worry because in this video, I promise you by the time you finish it, you're gonna understand what route to take, what direction to take, and how to take it. Currently, I'm in college in almost every single semester, no exaggeration, every single semester of college. In my college career, I have wanted to drop out. I don't see the value in it. I don't see what it offers. I'm losing money every single semester, and I'm taking classes I don't even want to take. So the question is, why am I still in school if I know I don't plan to use the degree? Shouldn't I just drop out? Well, it's not that easy to just say, hey, I'm gonna drop out and I'm gonna completely stop. I've put a lot of years into school and I don't want to just throw all those years to waste. And really, when dropping out of school came to my mind was probably the first year and a half of school. So I spent a year and a half going to school, going to class, and then it started to really pound on me that I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to go to school anymore. I don't want to focus on these classes that I don't even want to take. And that's when it really came to me that I should just drop out. But since I finished that year and a half and I was progressing through it, I just started to force myself, push myself, and told myself, just get through it. Get it completely out the way and you'll never ever have to worry about it again. So that's my biggest reason on really why I'm still in school. It's not because I'm forced to be, it's not because I want to be, but it's mainly because I spent those years and I just told myself, let me just get through it and finish over with school and just completely never have to think about it again. Now, we all clearly know that the school system is flawed, and it is what? The school system is a business. They make money off of me, they make money off of you, and they're just hustling everyone so we can get a piece of paper that we can hang on our wall, we can maybe use as a mouse pad, or we can actually apply it within our lives. Now, to prove to you the school system is a business, let me tell you this quick story. I was watching this video and there's a guy named Patrick Bet-David. He has a very big entrepreneur channel on YouTube. It's called Valuetainment. And when I was watching this video, he said in that video that he he was curious. He was seeing the students buying a book for $200 and he was wondering how much is that book. So what he did is he took that $200 book and he took it to a publisher. And when he went to that publisher, he asked him, he said, "This book that I'm giving you right here, how much would you charge me if I wanted to make 5,000 copies?" So the publisher grabs the book and he opens it and then he starts looking at it, flipping through the pages. And he finishes looking at it and he goes, "For this book, I will charge you $6. Imagine that, $6. This publisher was charging $6 to make a $200 book that we pay in school so we can take that one class and never ever have to reuse that book. Imagine. So just to clarify, the school system is a business. That's just a very small section of how I can let you know it's a business. And of course, there's thousands of other things where they hustle us at. Now, you might be someone who's saying, "Man, school's just wasting so much of my time. I swear I feel so just pressured from it. I feel like I can't get anything done. I feel like my focus is just so divided because I have tests coming up. I have things I have to study for. I have group assignments I have to meet up for. I can't focus on my business." And you're just going crazy because you honestly hate school. You don't want to go to school, but you're in school for whatever reason you're in school for, but you just want to focus on that business. You just want to focus on that one thing you're doing, yet school keeps getting in the way over and over and over. And I can feel you 100 billion% because I was in your shoes and actually still am in your shoes because currently I'm in college. So here's what I have to say if you're in that position and you're just completely tired of school. I personally was just like that. I couldn't stand school and I knew it was wasting time and I knew I didn't want to be there. But since I was there, I said, you know what? I'm going to make the most out of it and see what I can do. So every single day, starting from that day, I began to go to class and I was that student, man, who would just keep doing this, raising my hand, and I would ask question after question after question. I was like, hey, if I'm going to be in class, I better be learning something I really want to learn about. So whatever the topic was, whatever the teacher was talking about, I would raise my hand and ask a question that would benefit me in what I'm doing in my life. A lot of the times, by the way, just to put it out there, a lot of the times the questions I would ask the teachers, they wouldn't even know how to answer them. A lot of the times the teachers who I would ask questions to would hate me because I would make them look dumb in front of the other students because they wouldn't know how to answer them. Basic questions, but when a teacher's programmed just to read PowerPoints or read from the book, what are they going to teach you and really what are they going to help you with? But I didn't care and I just kept doing it, raising my hand over and over continuously. And that's the first thing I did to actually get some value out of school. The second thing I did was I started to build crazy amounts of relationships. Every single student in class, hey, what's going on? My name is Karam. This is what I do. This is what I plan to do. What are you up to? What is your future plans? And so forth. I would just talk to everyone. I would get their information. And my perspective, what I was doing is I was building a list of people who were potential employees for me. I made sure that I spoke to so many people that I get all their information. In a year, 2 years, 3 years, when I need someone to work for me, I can just give them a call, say, hey, did you graduate? Hey, are you out of school? Hey, what are you doing? And if they wanted a job, I was going to be able to give them one. So that's also what I did. The second thing was build relationships. The third thing I started doing was just networking. I mean, from the students to the teachers to the deans to the presidents, just everybody I just began to network with. After the class, I would go speak with the teacher. Hey, how's everything? What have you done in your life? What were your challenges? If I can relate to them, I would just keep talking and talking and talking. I would get their information. They would always reject me. They wouldn't give me their phone number. So I'd get their email. I'd message them. I'd talk to them. And I just started to build a network to where when I'm in school, anything I needed to get done, I was able to do it because why? I had that relationship from here, I had that relationship from there, and that's what I started to do. So I began to build relationships, I began to network with people, and I began to just ask questions so I can receive value that I actually want to receive. Those are just a couple of things that I did because I knew I was going to be in school, so I said, hey, if I'm going to be in school, let me just take advantage of it and let me at least take something from it. So if you're someone who's in school right now and you can relate to what I'm telling you right now, start to do what I did. Start to build networks, start to build relationships, start to ask questions that you actually want to receive and get value from. Don't just go there and bum it around and go to class and don't do much and leave empty-handed. No, you're putting in the hours, you're putting putting in the time, so might as well get what you want from it and might as well do the best you can as you are there. Now, I've heard so many people tell me, they would come up to me and be like, bro, I feel like I'm not succeeding because of school. I feel like school is holding me back and I can't do up to my potential because I just can't do it. I'm taking full-time classes and I just can't succeed because of school. What do you have to say about that? What I have to say to that is complete. You can't succeed because of school? Who are you lying to, man? Hold up, I can't even... You can't succeed because of school. You're telling me that all your success is because you can't get it because of school. So you can be successful if school was out of the picture. Let me tell you one thing about that, my friends. If you're the one who's saying, man, school's holding me back. Man, school's not giving me enough time for my business. Man, school's not letting me do what I want to do. Look, school does take time. School is annoying, but if you're telling people like me, you're telling us that school is not letting you succeed, you're completely lying to yourself, man. You're lying to yourself because school is not going to be something that holds you back from success. You go to class for a couple hours and you leave class, what do? You go lay down on your couch, scroll through social media. You go hit up your friends and say, hey bro, you're trying to chill. Hey, what are you trying to do? Hey, what are you up to? What are you doing after the time of going to class and leaving class? Because when you're in college, you have a couple of hours in college and then you leave after that and you have the rest of the day to do what you want. If you're in high school, you leave at 2 p.m., at 3 p.m., even at 4 p.m. and from 4 p.m. to how long? How many more hours do you have of the day where you can do your hustle, where you can do that stuff that you say you want to do? So if you're telling me school's holding you back, school's not letting you succeed, you're lying to yourself. And that's something that is really scary because if you're blaming something else, that means you're being lazy from the start. I personally see school as a good thing when it comes to trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to hustle, trying to build a business because look, if you graduate, and you have your degree, and then you try to be what you want to be, and you try to build that business, your parents are going to look at you and say, what are you doing? You're not making any money. What are you doing? Go get a job. What are you doing? You're wasting time. But if you aren't graduated, if you aren't finished with school, you can be in school and you can do your side hustle and nobody is going to tell you anything because they're going to be like, hey, he's in school. Hey, he's busy. Hey, he's studying. They're not going to care if you're doing your business, if you're doing whatever it is you want to do because your excuse, your buffer, is you're in school. So school actually gives you a buffer time of 4 years of college, 4 years of high school, and that is the thing that is good for you. 4 years of high school, 3 years of high school, whatever it is. But that's good for you because you can do your side hustle and your parents, people around you aren't going to be like, oh, this guy isn't even making any money and this guy is done with school. This guy dropped out of school and he's over there bumming it around, not doing anything. Because remember, people don't understand if you're an entrepreneur what you're doing. They don't understand that your business you're building is not going to happen overnight. They don't understand that results are not going to come in a week or two. They don't understand that you got to be up late and you got to sleep late and you got to be the only one there grinding and putting in the hours. They're not going to understand that. So if you're in school right now, please don't say school is not letting me become successful. School is actually giving you a buffer. It's allowing you to hustle as hard as you want towards that thing that you're doing to be able to succeed. Because once you finish school, you're going to be out in the real world and that's when people are going to ask you, what the hell are you doing? Please don't be that person who says school is not allowing you to succeed. That's just an excuse. You're just lying to yourself and you don't want to do that. So for those who are watching this video, I want to give you just some final advice. I'm in school because I chose to be in school. I already finished a year and a half, so I said let me keep on pushing through it and forcing myself to go through it. If you are somebody who is in college right now and you're just jumping from place to place to place and you don't know what you want to do, because remember, I began business school, then I went to pre-med, then I went to engineering, from mechanical engineering to industrial engineering, from industrial to civil engineering, then I went back to pre-med, and then I stuck to business. Why did that happen? Because of pressure from people all around me, and I didn't listen to what I wanted to do. So if you're in school right now, you don't know what degree to get, you don't know what to study, just do anything. If you have the opportunity, listen, if you have the opportunity to go to school and it's completely paid off and it's for free for you, it's not a smart idea to just drop out and to leave it. If you're in school and you got that opportunity of being, for example, with family, and you don't got to pay your rent, you don't got to pay for things, that's an opportunity for you. That's a blessing for you. Yes, I know school might be holding you back in some ways and it might be stressing you out in other ways, but bear with it. Keep on pushing through it. Eventually it's going to go. Remember, years are passing so fast. You will finish it, completely get it out the way, and then you can put full focus towards really what you want to do. If you're someone in high school and you're considering, I think I'm going to drop out, I think I'm going to do this, don't be dumb, because you're really young right now. You might not know exactly what you want. What I personally advise you is this. If you have a business that you're working on and you're producing results and you're making money from it and you have a huge vision for it, it makes sense that you should stop school to go build it. I'm with that 100%. But if you're in high school, you have completely nothing, you have nothing lined up for you, no business, no idea, no capital, no resources, no mentors to train you, to help you, to guide you, don't say you want to drop out, because you're going to drop out and you're going to sleep every day and you're going to wake up late. You're not going to know what the heck you should do. You're not going to know where you should go. So don't be dumb and just lose the opportunity of going to school. Yes, I say it's an opportunity because a lot of people around the world can't get it. So here's what I have to tell you. If you're in school and you have a business, it's producing revenue, you're making good money, you plan to expand, but school is really holding you back from doing it, it makes sense to stop. It makes sense to completely drop out of school so you can handle business. But if you're in school and you got nothing lined up for you, you have maybe some idea that you feel is big, you can do that on the side after hours and you can make it happen. And then when you see that results, then you can actually make the decision on your own. My friends, if you have the opportunity to go to school, number one, you are blessed. And number two, a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So remember, make the wise decision that yourself is going to thank you for in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and be smart. This is like a business. You have to think of it strategically. If you drop out, what are you going to do? If you stay in school, what are you going to do? Draw out your roadmap, and hopefully you can make the decision on your own, and hopefully you make the right decision. I made this video because this is a personal experience that I went through. Some struggle, some stress, some headache I went through, and I said, hey, let me share it with everyone. People might be going through this and they might need some answers like I did, and I hope that helped you with what you're going through right now. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it that big like, that thumbs up, and remember, what I speak about is real estate, entrepreneurship, and personal development. If that's something that interests you, then it's definitely not a bad idea to consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.